he's really meant to be a boss because he's quite good at his trade. Let's put it that way. And he's very open. You know, he's known as Frankie the Fixer because he fixes people's problems. Everybody likes him. He likes everybody. He gets along with everybody. He's an operator. He's very comfortable with who he is. And so all of a sudden, he's shocked by his boss dies, and the boss's brother takes over and basically tries to have him killed, which is a big shock to him because no one's ever said a negative word to him, never mind try to kill him. So he maybe he overreacts a little bit, but decides to run away to Lillehammer in witness protection program, and of course there he just continues his criminal lifestyle. That's all he really knows. So he's forced to try and fit into that society, which is, you always hear the expression "fish out of water." This is real fish out of water, okay? This is the ultimate fish out of water. He's very, very American. Very American in the sense of not really following any rules. And all of a sudden he's in a society that does follow the rules, and that conflict is what's entertaining about it. Yeah, I'm sort of a producer that happens to act and happens to play guitar. You know what I mean? I'm sort of more of a producer than the side man. I can play the soldier role very well. I'm a good soldier, but I'm a better boss. Certainly as good. It's not a comedy. It shouldn't be really thought of as a comedy because people will be disappointed. It's not like people making jokes or being funny, or the humor comes from the characters, from the circumstance. Everyone's playing it totally straight, so there's humor in it, but it's not a comedy. And the layers have to do with a certain the depth of the culture itself. I think there's going to be a discovery of Norway with this show for almost everybody who, even people who go there occasionally don't really know it. So I've learned so much about it myself, during the course of being there. And that's sort of I think that's the essence of the depth of the show is sort of the depth of the Norwegian culture itself, and so that gets sort of peeled like an onion as we sort of see things through his eyes, more or less, and so we're all sort of having the same discovery, and so yeah, and then there's some serious stuff that goes on, and he has a girlfriend and that sort of romantic stuff, and then she has a kid, which is another nice layer of it, because he's mentoring this kid in a questionable way. Especially for that society. So it's a lot of fun things. Most what we call foreign, right, in America, films or TV shows or whatever it is, most of them may fight their way into American society, but it's just not welcomed. We don't like subtitles. We don't like dubbing that much. We're weird in America, I think. Now there's always a cult group of people who love foreign films, of course, but generally speaking, it's not a sort of mass, and I'm not sure where that comes from. That sort of, I think we underestimate the intelligence of the audience, frankly. But in any case, this innovation is having an American starring in a Norwegian show, which opens the door, we hope. Well, now we know, because Netflix bought it, which just allows for a bit of, you can relate to the show enough where you'll accept whatever foreign part of it comes with it. And that's important because now people will be more understanding about the foreign part, which is actually quite cool. And so it's innovative in that it's a person from a different culture starring in a show, and it's innovative in the fact that we maintain the integrity of the origins of the show. Okay, and yet we're coming to America, and every other country, I hope, will see Norway maybe for the first time. What's going to happen in this next 5 years, you're going to see a lot of new broadcasters and companies appearing, especially in the digital world. And, they're going to be doing a lot of the same content because every kid's going to have their own device and they're going to be looking for the same content, and that's how it should be. That's fine. But there will be somewhere between 1 and maybe 10 shows that will be, in fact, the identity of that particular company, okay? And that is where it gets interesting. Okay, so in this case, Netflix is a little bit ahead of everybody else in saying that, you know what, yeah, we're the most successful company at doing this other thing, but we can see a day where we're going to need some strengthening of our identity, and what a wonderful way to do it. Let's, support something really cool. And so you're going to see this, I hope, we're going to see this with other companies as well, where they fund original programming and for their own identity, while maintaining that similar content for the rest of the device. Yeah. So I think it's a very exciting time for us content creators to have this new influx of enthusiasm, and it's very, very, it's wonderful. We're going to be the first original content to actually be broadcast on Netflix.